Hi, Wanda. Thank you so much for doing this interview with us. We were really inspired when we learned about your story. It's really great to see that you're doing what you do with this organization.
Thank you.
So, we're just going to ask you about a couple of questions about this place and about this community to help other viewers understand what's going on here.
Okay.
So, how did you get the donations and the support from these businesses to start this? I remember you said that when you first came up, when you first decided to do this, you only had $54 in your pocket, and now you're helping so many families.
Right. I fully rely on God to bring in donations, to network between people, to bring in what we need when we need it. There's so much need, and not everybody is receptive of giving to nonprofits. We're basically hands on every need that comes through, so that doesn't give us a lot of time to, to get out in the community and talk to people. So we use social media, and we also enlist volunteers to go out in the community and talk to people and see, let them know what the need is. I think one of the things is people just don't know what the need is in this town. They don't know how bad it is. We've been able to supply 250 families every month food for almost 7 years now. Um, it's really just networking, contacting the businesses, talking to them, being humble, being honest and upfront. People don't like to hear horror stories sometimes. Some people do. But we do hear a lot of horror stories here. And when we put these out to the public, usually they want to be a helping hand. They want to step up and help.
Why do people love your food bank? Why are your services so amazing?
Basically, because we're a humble organization, we're Christians here. We don't intimidate, we don't humiliate. A lot of times they come in just for consults, just for um, therapy type conversations where they can sit and open up and tell us their needs. They don't feel threatened and they don't feel humiliated when they come in. Um, we keep a casual setting, as you can see. People like a casual setting more than they do stiff shirt places.
I don't think that it's that easy for some people, especially if they're used to always having things and not having to ask. And they make it easy here. They don't make you feel like you're less than what you are or that it's your fault you're in that situation or anything. They let you know that they understand that this happens to everybody and there's no shame in asking for help.
I believe that to give immediate aid um, holds down poverty and hunger. I believe that, like the Bible says, when someone comes to your door, you're to give food, clothing, drink. What they need is what they need it right now. They don't need it, the next day, the next week, the next month. So we try to give immediate aid. We are making a difference in hunger and poverty.
Anybody can be in need of something to eat, regardless of how big your paycheck is or how nice a home you have. We're all one paycheck away from either being homeless or hungry. And we need more programs like this to help those that have that stigmatism attached to them. Because asking for help sometimes gives people, well, they're lazy or they don't want to do this or why can't they make things go. But it doesn't matter how poor or how wealthy you are. We all get in a bad spot and need help. And thank God for places like this that do help you.
In terms of your, I guess, demographics of your clients, are a lot of them, are they homeless? Are they limited income?
We have about 30% of our families that come through the pantry every month that are homeless. Some of them are veterans. Some are people that have never had to go to a pantry before to get food. They've always made do, and now they can't.
Those who have the needs and the means to take care of themselves are often miscured about how things go and how things are. until you're in that situation yourself, I'm not sure that anybody totally understands it. But I think there's a lot of stigmatism attached to those who have to ask, and I think that's why so many people don't ask. This program's here to help you, not to stigmatize you or to make you feel less than anybody else.
Have you been able to relate to any of these people's stories?
I relate to the
All of
biggest
them?
part of them. Pretty much all of them, I can relate, yeah.
Now, in a place like Round County or surrounded, we looked up the poverty rates around county and stuff, and we found that almost 1 out of every 4 individuals are at or below the poverty line. Everybody else isn't much above it either. So when you're surrounded by people like this, have you ever gotten a chance to step outside and see others who are not in the same situation? It wasn't until I came to Round County that I realized what it was to be more than, I guess, below average.
I've been in a situation where I've had to deliver food. I've had to walk into people's house. They have no water, they have no electric, they have no floor. They have little kids dirty. I mean, I really just don't know how to answer that question. It's just, and it's hard to deal with. And the job's not over. It's not a job to me. I mean, it's not a job. And I have a relationship with every one of them. When I go home, I don't go home and sit and relax, watch TV, take a bubble bath. When I go home, I wonder why that person didn't come in that day to get their food, or they did. I mean, are the kids getting fed? Find a way to get in contact with them so they can get their food box. I mean, it's a 24/7 thing. The job's not over when you leave here, ever.
I think you should give back in some way, whether it's your time, your advice, or if you're cleaning out your garage and you got a bunch of stuff that you're just going to throw away, give it to these people. Let them use it to help somebody else. If they're good enough to help me, then I think my role should be that I should help them when the time's able for me to do so. And I think that's what everybody else should do.